heart sinks as my mother tells me I have to drop out of school to help my family work on the farm since we're running out of food. My dream of becoming a doctor washes down the drain right in front of me. My home, Uganda, faces many issues because of the lack of education. Many people have to work in farming like my family since they didn't make it past primary school. And since Uganda faces things like droughts and heat waves, it drives people to famine, like my family, who's trying to prevent that by taking me out of school. My name is Afaya Akello. I'm 13 years old and I live in Uganda. My mom, dad, brother, uncle, and I all live together in a thatched hut with our farm right outside the door. Uganda is a very tropical place with usually 2 dry seasons, December to February and June to August. I don't mind the dry seasons though, because the parks stay wet and I love to go to them with my family. I sometimes go to see the gorillas in the Bwindi Impenetrable National Forest. And once we got to go see the ancient sites of rock art in Nairo on an ancient volcano. But when I was little, there was no time for things like that. When I was only 1 year old, the terrorist attacks of the Lord's Resistance Army were still going on. At the time, it was close to over. But when it was happening, 1.5 million people were displaced by the militia. They destroyed farming communities, just leaving people without farms or food. And those attacks have impacted on how agriculture is to this day, like how losing a relative affected our farm. My aunt recently passed away from typhoid fever, which is one of the widespread diseases in Uganda, bacterial diarrhea and hepatitis A and E. And those are just the diseases you can get from food and water. When she passed, it inspired me even more to become a doctor, even though I don't have the opportunities. I will keep trying so that I can stop these horrible diseases. But even if my parents didn't have to take me out of school, my chances of becoming a doctor still weren't very good. Education is a very big concern in Uganda. Only 24% of teens get a secondary education, so it would be extremely hard for me to get into medical school. And when I was still in school, the teacher was not often there to teach us. Without a solid education, I feel like there's so much more I need to know about the world. Lately, there has been many landslides, flash floods, and droughts that have been affecting my farm and many other people in Uganda, including other family and my friends. When I was 5 years old, there was a horrible drought that had been going on for years. It affected 2.4 million Ugandans. And recently, there's been draining of wetlands for agriculture use, and deforestation, overgrazing, and other things affecting the environment. Lack of research and education about environmental issues and lack of government support only makes these difficult situations worse. Uganda should promote education much more so more Ugandans can have many other options and opportunities than working in agriculture, getting a better education on how to help their country's other major issues. The government giving more funds to help support education and helping pay the teachers more would support that. If I had more opportunities for my education, my country might be one step closer to fixing its main problems and stopping the suffering and inconveniences Ugandans face every day.